Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. My name's Kenan, his son, and the producer of the show. Tonight, the title is Convert to the Positive, and I have a piece to share with you, but before I get to that, just an announcement for everyone who's out there watching. Whether it's your first time or any time at all, be sure to say something in the chat so we know you're here. If you don't say something on whichever platform it is, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, there's no way for me to put you in line for a reading. So don't be shy. The first time, there's no charge for readings, but going forward after that, it's $100 to cover the entire month, which is a great deal since we run 3 shows per week. That's Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Now, before I turn it over to Christopher, just a thought on tonight's title, which is Convert to the Positive. And when life hands us lemons, make lemonade, right? That's the old saying. Well, where do they give away the sugar in life, right? The moments of sweetness that we do get to experience, I think beautifully contrast and sometimes even help to make up for those more lemon-filled times. I saw a video recently of Shia LaBeouf talking about how the biggest win in life isn't money or supermodel girlfriend. It's to find and or create joy out of suffering. And however you find or create your joy is up to you. Today, for me, I was lucky enough to find some joy in an uncomfortable moment where there's a homeless woman I see driving to work every day, and she's, I don't know much about her. I tried to give her $20 one day, but it didn't quite line up. Today, I was too far away from her to give her money, but I just sort of waved at her like I always do and sent her some kindness and good vibes. And she smiled and waved back and was just, enjoying the nice weather. So as difficult as that situation is, she still had a smile on her face, which was really beautiful. So enjoy life and all of its flavors and all of its experiences as much as possible. And thanks for listening. Enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Hey, great evening. Thank you so much for being here. Lighting the incense for you. This is to relight your passion and your creativity. This is coming back fully to you, no matter what the circumstances are. And I love the title because it's about converting to the positive. So let me give you a couple of examples. If I said to you, now Marilyn, Laurel, Abby, Marilyn, Lindsay, I don't want to upset you, but I don't want to seem insensitive, but you're going to go, oh boy, he's going to try to upset me, and he's going to be insensitive, because the brain doesn't hear don't. So this is where you convert to the positive. And I'd like to get some feedback in the chat, with whatever chat you're in, to because becoming aware of things that we say is really important. So rather than, like, if you're driving by this woman that Kenan described and you say, oh, that just breaks my heart, that's a very common expression. And I've told you, I've had a client that used to say that all the time, and I go, please don't say that, please change it. He died of a massive heart attack. It literally broke his heart. But also, if you're seeing a woman like that, and you go, that just breaks my heart, it's not only damaging you, it's damaging her. because it's sending her vibes that are not good. What else can you say? I'm going to put that out to all of you. What else could you say besides, oh, that just breaks my heart? Because it's very similar to if you have children. Don't eat on the couch. You're probably going to have to buy a new couch after a year or two, right? Go to the positive. Hey, eat at the table. Eat at the table. Because the brain doesn't really hear don't. What they're hearing is, oh, eat on the couch. Okay? Hey, Jeff, nice to have you. So these are some examples that I kind of have you like to take a look at throughout the show about what are some of the things that you have said or you get into the habit of saying that you can turn it around and convert to the positive. Because the group card tonight is the Sun card. It is the Annie card. It is where the sun will come up tomorrow. You bet your bottom dollar. This is adding lightness and humor to the seriousness around you. I mean, you think about life, it is the life-giving light. And we have this opportunity to dwell in it and to spread it and to share it. And how can you do that? It's through your words. It's so important. And through your thoughts. And I know sometimes these habits of our words, we can get into a struggle. But if they're coming out of our mouth, use that as a good sign, because it could be that they're lodged in our head, and that's where we need to change it. And that's where practice does make perfect. And just being aware of what it is that you're saying. Okay? And then rather than your energy going to fix what has gone wrong or bad, or constantly trying to work on your issues, how about changing that energy to being able to work how you want to be, work how you are. Things like, oh, I'm so dumb. Okay. Can you cancel, clear, delete that? That was a really stupid thing to do. Do you understand? If you get some of these, if we can get the chat going a little bit about some ideas that you might have that you can change, or how to change them, or what you could do to reward them. That's the point of this card tonight. And projecting goodness and kindness. So you've had people say, would you pray for me? Well, the words are important, but it's the energy that you send to that person, more so than just the words. So you send healing energy, and use your imagination. How do you picture healing energy? Is it a green energy? Is it a blue light? Is it a white light? How, or any type of imagination, use that, because it's going to be a little bit different for everyone. Okay? To project energy or healing energy to both that person and to yourself. Okay, we've got Marilyn, Laurel, Abby, Marilyn, and Lindsay. Great to have you all. And Jeff popped on, and then he looks like he popped off, right? Okay. Well, Jeff, thanks for being here. So, because we have a little less people tonight, what I want to do tonight is I pull a card, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this with a couple of people. So this is the horseman, the herald of change. Lindsay, you've gone through a major change. Laurel, you're going through a major change. And and mainly this is, I pulled this from Marilyn Pitts, but I'm going to address this card for the three of you, Marilyn, Lindsay, and Laurel. I'm going to talk with Lindsay first with this card. If you could just put the Horseman by Lindsay and Laurel and Marilyn Pitts. So when you think of a herald, I don't know if you know a herald. It's not the person, Lindsay. When you think of the herald, it's a good news. It usually is like angels heralding a message, right? You usually think of the term of herald as bringing good news, bringing a proclamation. This is the herald of change, which is a proclamation for your good, for your best and highest. A lot of people go, gosh, I want change, and they never actually make the change, and then the universe kicks them in the rear, and it actually creates the change, and then they complain that they got the change. So again, this is converting to the positive. This is a herald of change for you, in a good way. It's a proclamation. So watch your proclamations. Claim what it is that you want in your life and own it. Absolutely own it. And how much better it's going to be and where it's going to direct you. You can direct a horse to a certain extent, but if a horse senses danger, it's going to move away from that danger. Same with angels, same with guidance. It's going to direct you away from things that could be harmful, even though you think you want it. The horse knows. The horse knows better. Okay. Now with you, Laurel, when you eat something and it upsets your stomach, you know that's going to go away. Maybe it's something that didn't agree with you, something that was bad. You have to rest and know it's going to go away. So this herald of change feels uncomfortable for you. But it can also bring anticipation as to you knowing something is changing for the better and for the good, rather than focusing on the uncomfortable feelings, going, you know what, this is going to pass, I'm going to be good. And then for you, Marilyn Pitts, I'm going to talk a little bit about remote viewing. They're showing me like the sunrise or the sunset, whatever you want to look at this picture. It's a sun. Let's call it a sunrise. It's seen beyond the horizon. Which is an indication of a teller of coming events. It's like a remote viewing. You can actually do some research on remote viewing. They used it quite a bit during World War II. So that's a herald of change. These are like new powers coming to us. So when you think about trusting your gut, I'm also gonna, this is also, I'm going into this now since I may just pull one card. It's like it's hitting on everybody tonight. Marilyn Maddox. This is your foresight, but it's your gut feeling. For Marilyn Pitts, it's more of like you can see like visions, like literal remote viewing. But for you, Marilyn Maddox, it's the feeling. It's the gut that is telling you what to do, where to go, when to do it, how to do it. Okay. This is a little bit different tonight. I've never actually done anything like this, so bear with me, but I'm like, this is important to do. Okay, Abby. This is called the Sky Bridge. It's the possibility for union. It's you moving out of more of what is not you. It's kind of like somebody, Abby, giving you a dress. And you really don't like it, but you wear it because you're going to see that person that day. This is actually getting rid of the dress and being you. Also, Abby, it's your, and I'm going to kind of go to Giles with this one too. There are saints, there are holy people, there are people that have honed their gift not only in this lifetime, but in many lifetimes. This is quieting the mind. So Giles, it's really important for you to do meditation. Major important to do meditation. I wear mala beads. They're like a rosary, but they're beads. 108 on a string. You can get them anywhere, or order them on Amazon. And you do, to quiet the mind, you do Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. It is, I serve all there is basically the meaning. Shiva is the destruction and creation force. So in doing that, it's destroying what no longer serves you, and you, Abby, as well. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And you don't need to have the beads to do it. You can just say it. Om Namah Shivaya. You can listen to it. There are many YouTube recordings of monks chanting Om Namah Shivaya. But it filters out what doesn't, the mental chatter. And then it brings in this possibility for union. Okay? So, and then Abby, you're going to start noticing a little bit more of who's around you. And I saw Lisa. Welcome, Lisa. It's so nice to have you on the show. And then also D, Giles, D, pay attention, quiet the mind. When you would get upset, D is saying you were not listening to what she was saying because you couldn't. You were just like blah, 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 blah. D is talking about quieting the mind, and you'll hear her. So Abby, this is like your twinge of your psychic ability is this. You're safe with it. You're absolutely safe with your psychic ability. Let me put it that way. But it's going to be developing, and you're going to notice. I don't know whether you're going to start seeing things, but I know like Laurel is really, she feels energy. You may feel it, you may begin to see it more. I don't know exactly how it's going to manifest, but this is that possibility for union, that this is that connection more with spirit. Okay. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about this with Lisa too. Yeah. So Lisa, you have called in. Okay, so this is a confirmation. Your prayers have been and are being answered. Like, this is a reaffirmation that what you've prayed for and what you're praying for is coming true. It's like, I see like these guides, your angels coming in to fix, I want to say fix, but it's like to create more space, more clarity, more freedom, more joy. But it's like an affirmation that they definitely want you to know that your prayers have been answered and they will continue to be. Okay. What's that? Victoria is here. Yeah. It's so great to have you. Okay. And Karen Hill. Yay. Hey, Karen. Awesome. So we're doing a little bit jumbled tonight. Okay. I'm doing the cards and I'm getting like each card may deal with 2 or 3 people. Okay. Or maybe they just deal with one. I don't know. All right, so Victoria, you hopped on as this card fell out. This is the Drifter card. It's experiencing life as it comes. You'll be given the strength. So when you say, all right, so we're talking about this convert to the positive. So rather, when somebody says pray for somebody, immediately they go, oh, what's wrong? What's wrong with them? How about you changing that terminology to, hey, send this person some really good juju. Send them some really good love, some really good energy. Because the human mind, when you hear pray for somebody, it immediately goes, oh, man, they must be on their deathbed. Or no, again, converting to the positive, a more positive way to say that is, hey, could you send Sally some great juju? Can you send so-and-so some great blessings? You see how much better that feels? That's really important for everyone. Okay. Oh, and Karen, this goes with you too, this Drifter card. The thing is you're extremely adaptable. And that adaptability has served you and will continue to serve you. All right, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate any energy around you that has been kind of eating away at you, where it's like grandma giving you a recipe for pickles that have been in the family for years, but you hate pickles. Well, you don't have to make them, right? Well, grandma gave them to me. No, these are energies or thought processes that don't serve you anymore. So you're moving them out of the way so that you're more apt and able to be experiencing life as it truly comes, rather than worry. So this is converting to the positive. So worry is the biggest waste of spiritual energy on the planet. If you're caught into a worry cycle, if your parents worried, if the friends around you, oh, I'm so worried about you. Release, clear, destroy, and uncreate. Return that energy. And in your mind, if people say that about you or about someone else, convert it to a blessing. Really important. And then Lana, I don't know, you've got a cat around you. Kenan, would you look up mountain lion, mountain lion, spirit animal mountain lion? You've got this mountain lion around you, Lana. Really, really powerful. So mark your territory. This is about going back and marking your boundaries as to what you will and you won't do without any apology. So I have to tell you, I read for this woman up in northeastern Colorado years ago. And the woman's husband had died, and he was coming through and he was telling her, for God's sake, go plant that tree. And she started bawling. I go, are you okay? And she goes, I just bought a tree yesterday that I was going to plant in his honor, because they live out in the plains of eastern Colorado. And he's like, well, he says to her, he goes, hurry up and do it. I have to pee on it. And she starts laughing. So she went from bawling uncontrollably to laughing hysterically. I go, why is he talking about peeing on the tree? She said, because every day he would go out and pee on the boundaries of their property to keep predators out. And so the mountain lion is a powerful spirit animal and symbol of personal strength, courage, and tenacity. It's associated with wisdom, stealth, and hunting in Native American mythology. It's considered a guardian of the home, the family, and the hearth, as well as the protector of children. So, this mountain lion is a spirit animal for you, Lana. It can bring you courage and strength and will keep you motivated. So I'm going to share this with everyone. I want you to consider taking on the mountain lion as your spirit animal, because it came up when it did for a reason. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go back and we're going to do, because I think I've hit on everybody. Jared and Kat just popped on. Okay. So Marilyn Maddox, this is you with the Me Talks. Repairing the mind, body, and spirit. So for the next couple of days, Marilyn, when I light the incense, especially if this Rinpoche incense, I will send you some really great energy with that. And anywhere where you're thinking something is wrong with you, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that, and then start building on what is right with you? So Jared, this is called the Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. Again, I'm not a doctor. You are. But there's something coming up for you to look at, and I'm not talking about the hallucinogenic mushrooms, I'm talking about the um, like the health benefits of, like I have I take like Reiki and lion's mane and combination of those mushrooms, and I would highly recommend you doing that. But also, there's something about incorporating that into your practice, and I don't know what that is. It's like that a few months ago when I saw that yellow fluid. It's kind of like that. I don't know whether it's a product made from mushrooms, but it's something with that. Okay. But also, let me talk about this. Okay. Thanks, Jared, for being here. Thanks for pulling this card. This is the mycelium, the where the trees and the mushrooms and the forest connect and communicate with each other. Like a tree will be chopped down, excuse me, tree will be chopped down. All the trees in the area will begin through the mycelium, the communication network, begin to send that tree healing and water and repair. That's why a lot of stumps still continue to live, because of the other trees. Um, and stay on, Lisa, stay on, Karen, because there may be more. I don't know what's going to come up here. I have to consult my psychic, I guess. But if we could pull the list up again. Um, so, Jared, this is, and I'm talking to everybody on the show. Kat, Jared, Lana, Victoria, Karen, Lisa, Giles, Lindsay, Marilyn, Abby, Laurel, Marilyn. Look at this. Even before you're aware that you need something, the other trees know. The universe knows. And it's sending you this energy for what it is you actually need, not what you think you need. And this was not understood until just recently. So for millennia, this energy has been going on. This is for you to understand a deeper level of energy. And I'm talking to everyone on the show. Okay. Okay, my dear Kat, here we go. I think it's, maybe this is for Kat. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, so Kat, this is for you. But also Karen and Laurel. A little bit on Lindsay. The groupthink. Getting out of your head. How else can I think about this? When you are caught in a loop and you're worried about whatever, you're worried, you're overthinking, you're trying to figure it out, back off and go, how else can I think about this? How else can I think out of the mold, out of the box? And this is, Kat, you better than anybody, you can do this better than anybody, is actually not just think out of the box, but get completely out of the box. Move into that. Be free of the fear of making anyone else uncomfortable. That's BS. Okay, Lana, you know that. That's what I love about you so much, Lana, is and Kat, you're very well educated. You know what groupthink is. Does it feel good to you? Does it feel right to you? No matter what anyone else thinks. Karen, you're a major thinker outside the box. I love how you think. But this is also when somebody claims to have all the answers, or appears to have all the answers, or appears to be really incredibly smart, or, well, not appears, but maybe they have degrees of the yin yang, maybe they're very well known, be aware of the energy behind that. People that claim to know it all. You can move out of, let's say, a groupthink, a mind cluster of the present day world and move into more of the metaphysical. But in the metaphysical field, there are just as many, what do you want to say, like, the same type of energy goes over to the metaphysical field or the religious field or the political field. This is trusting your gut and breaking free of the mind think. How else can I think about this? Okay. Yeah, thank you, Laurel. Lion's mane is to help rejuvenate the cells within the brain for help with memory loss. There's a scientist called Doctor Who. Doctor Who? That's not the BBC show, is it? About the guy that flies around in the blue box?
Dr. Love. She fixed it.
Oh, Dr. Love, who's a neurologist and talks about the benefits of lion's mane for Alzheimer's patients. Yeah, I totally agree. So that kind of goes back to you, Jared. Now, since you're all on the show now, the title of the show is Convert to the Positive. So we started talking about how can you change your wording around certain things. Examples were, oh, that just breaks my heart. Cancel, clear, delete that. Stop saying that. Highly recommend. I don't tell people very much what to do, but in this case, stop saying that. How else can you think? How else can you send that person love? You know, maybe you missed the beginning of the show when Kenan was talking about the homeless woman. He tried to give her $20, but she couldn't get to him because of the traffic. And so he smiled and waved, and she waved and smiled back. But he sent her love. So rather than sit there going, oh, that just breaks my heart, it's not only harming you, it's harming her or that other person. Okay? Really important. Oh, Nikki. Nice to have you, Nikki. Welcome to the show. Okay. And Lindsay. Oh, well, let's go back to that groupthink with you. This is that getting out of how it should be and letting completely go of that. Okay, we're good here. Nikki and Nikki, Lisa, and Victoria. Surrender. I give up. I don't know the answers. I give up. That clears the space for the answers to come in. Because if you're trying to force the answers, if you're trying to figure it out, what's the problem? What's going on? it's sending more negative energy to that situation or to that person. This is absolutely surrendering to the divine. The divine has it. If you want to call it divine God, source, whatever your terminology is, for the three of you, dragonflies are big symbols. I would highly encourage getting a replica of a dragonfly, whether that's like a, I don't know, a brass hanging of a picture, to remind you that they're one of your spirit guides, and you can look that up too. So Nikki, this is your getting out of your head. There's more clarity coming for you. All right. We did the show really differently tonight. Are there any questions? I think I got pretty much everybody in the show. Oh, Jared, you said you called me. That's great. Does everyone feel that I was clear enough? Because sometimes I look after the show and I go, I don't even know what I said. I have to look back over the show to kind of review what I said. But hopefully it was really grateful. I'm really grateful you're all here tonight.
Lindsay says she thinks she's gonna have to rewatch it.
Lindsay says you have to think she has to. Okay, that's good. That's okay. But they are going to work out. Everything's going to work out for you, Lindsay, in a big way. All right. Love you all. We will see you Sunday night. Have a great rest of your week. Great blessings.